Are you experiencing failure in your life? Are there things that you have tried, things that you wanted to achieve that did not happen for you? Do you think that the years almost over and you have not achieved the things that you want to achieve? Are you experiencing any frustrations in terms of the things that you wanted and things are not happening for you? Have you failed that job interview? Have you failed that relationship? Have you failed in that business? Have you failed in that relationship that you had with your friend? Now, this is something that is very important, and I want us to really delve deep into this because most of us, I think, we look at things in a, let's say, negative light. Now, today, I want to bring my name, Delight, into this and give you a different light into seeing this thing differently. Because what is failure? Is there such thing as failure? Because let's think about this. When you start learning how to walk, how to talk, how to write, how to drive, how to cook, did you get it right the first time? So is there something as failure? Or are you just in a learning process? Because the moment you start associating something as failure or looking at things like that you are failing, then you are going to stop learning or improving yourself. But the moment you start looking at things differently to say that it's a learning journey, that means I have not had the skills or the experience yet to know how to do this thing right. Remember, with our goal to see how close we can get to 100 with the push-ups, I thought by this time, because we are almost day 75 into this, I thought by this time I will have already, at least my target was to get to 70, because in the past I used to do push-ups and I could get to close to 65. So I thought if I really push hard and continue with this, then it's gonna be easy for me to get to 70, but I'm not yet there. I'm not even getting close to that 70. I'm getting closer to 60. And the deadline is almost here. So are we failing? Am I failing with that? It's not failing, because now I have to look at things differently to see. Of course, the deadline is almost here, and I don't think I'm gonna get to 100 or in the next 15 or so days. But I'm not gonna give up and say that I've failed. It's a learning process. Now I have to start looking at how I can do things differently, because I was looking at this lightly and thinking that it's just gonna be easy for me to. No, it's not happening that way. So I have to start looking at things differently and see how I can incorporate other things to help me with this goal. The goal still continues. If I have to change or increase the deadline, so be it. But I'm not gonna give up. And this is the problem that most of us have because I remember when I started realizing that, oh no, I'm not getting closer to where I thought I would be. And I started like thinking negatively. Oh, what will people think of me? This thing is not working. What there was? No, it's a learning journey. I have to start doing things differently, or I look at this lightly, or maybe I did not put enough effort. And that is one of the things. I did not put enough effort because I thought this was going to be easy. And that's how life is. Sometimes you think at something and you think, oh, I'm just going to achieve this thing quickly and move on to the next. No, it does not happen that way. But it's the growth, it's a learning journey. And most of us are afraid of doing something. And this is very important. This is very important because most of us look at things and we don't want to fail. We want to get things perfect. We want to get things right. And I've seen this with people. I've seen this, and it's really amazing, because this person does not want to do new things or try doing something because you are afraid of failing, because you don't want to fail, because you want to get this thing right. And you're going to wait until next year. You're going to say, this year is already over. I'm going to wait until next year so that I can be in this position. You're going to wait for, why are you waiting? Why don't you start today? Don't wait for next year. Don't wait for things to align for you. Start doing now, so that when you don't, like with that goal that I said, if it does not work, so that like I can see the things that are not working and how I can improve myself. How are you going to improve if you are procrastinating to do that thing. So I really just wanted to bring this out to you, because I can see that sometimes we are afraid of doing things. And I'm also talking about myself here. I'm not talking about someone. I'm also talking about myself. And that is why you see me maybe raising my voice, because I'm talking to myself, because I'm saying, don't wait for to do that thing next year. Don't wait and give up, because people have this tendency of saying, I can't do it, it's not gonna work. No. So remember that we are on a growth journey. So even how you look at the results or the things that you wanted and you're not getting, the moment you start saying, I'm not gonna achieve this, it means it's how you respond. So you have to respond in a positive, in a different light, to say that although I did not get this, who said you can't increase your deadline? Who said you can't do things differently? Who said you can't set a goal that you want to achieve in a week or two and you don't achieve it and it takes you 2 months? You are better than someone who's waiting for next year, who's waiting for things to align. You are far much better, because you're going to learn, you're going to improve, and you're going to achieve that thing. The moment you start doing and learning and improving and looking at the results and trying again and doing things differently, you're going to improve, you're going to get to that goal. But if you're going to sit and wait for things to align, it's not going to work. And sometimes you start thinking, oh, what are people going to think about me? No. This is your life. This is your journey. This is not about anyone else. This is your life. You are a fully grown up person. You have to start doing things, going for those goals, going for those dreams, going for those things that you believe in. Is part of your journey. So don't be afraid of trying. And remember, there's no such thing as failure. It's just part of growing and learning. So don't be afraid of doing things. Don't be afraid of going and setting a deadline and things that do not work, and you have to increase that deadline. Continue with the journey. Remember, success is the progressive realization of a worthy goal. The moment you start progressing, the moment you start moving, the moment you don't, because you fail when you stop. So if I stop, that means I failed. But if I continue, I'm not failing, because success is the progressive realization of a worthy goal. So if you had that business that did not work, that goal that you wanted to achieve, whatever you wanted and you did not get, just go and look at your results. How can I improve and start all over again? Because the moment you start, you have that goal, and you start today, you are already successful. Because success is the progressive realization. The progressive is not the end point when you achieve that thing, but that process. Because the most important thing is the process, to move from where you are to where you want to be. So the most important thing is the journey. So don't give up along the journey. Keep on learning, keep on improving, keep on being this positive person, keep on doing things. We are not waiting for next year. I'm not gonna wait for next year. I'm not gonna wait for next week. I'm gonna try and do that thing that I have to do. And if it does not work, it's a learning process. If it does not work, it's a learning. Ask questions, ask people, ask for guideline, read books, do your research until you win, until you get to that thing. But remember, you are already winning by just doing. So this is just what I wanted to bring on you. Don't be afraid of failing. Don't be afraid of failing. Don't be afraid of failing. Keep on doing, keep on improving. And until we meet again, I really hope that you found value in this. So please give me those like, subscribe, and also give me your comment. And until we meet again, thank you so much. Bye.